Just making sure everything is popping back up here. And hello? Hello, hello. And hello? Hello, hello. And hello? Hello, hello. And hello? Hello, hello. Hello? Alright. Alright, that sounds good. Turn things up a little bit on my end too. There we go. Make sure I can actually see if anybody's talking here in the chat. Got the chat up. Alright. So, we got about 2.5 hours to work with this. And last time we were doing this, we finished up, well, mostly finished up the Emerald Vale portion of Terror 2. We've got Max and Parvati as companions now. And also, Adelaide Starter dreamed of an independent life without board oversight. You taught them an important lesson, never dream. But it is nice to have everything in here that we have. The room will kind of get more and more decorated throughout the game as we do stuff. Alright, let's see what's here. From Udom Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of steel. Oh, it's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Okay. Archive messages? Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, scrapping Groundbreaker's comms for network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad. Instead, touched down in the wilderness, you rugged individualist you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to you corresponding with you greatly. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere message of one's friends. Best, Udom. P.S. Please respond. Okay. Huh. Okay. Look, there's no call for shouting. Terminal was busted. I had a few too many and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink. A last hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Okay. And... okay. And let's get another quest right here. Yep. Weapons from the void. Okay. Now, one thing I'm going to do is transfer all the useless stuff I do not need right now in here. Namely, you. And you. Well, let's get Sam fixed up too. That'll be a good idea. Hey.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
I'd like to know a little bit about those flying with me. Your story, Max.
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violent enthusiasm.
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater.
Oh.
I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Why didn't it sit?
My parents, ironically. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Were they proud?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me. It can be if abused, but that can be said about anything. However, in the case of the Board and Halcyon, sadly, I believe you are correct.
Well, that's good to know.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
Oh, that's good to hear.
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
Well, I'm actually from the Hope.
And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist.
Well, yeah.
Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now? That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Right thing to do.
A commendable attitude.
Yeah.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony.
And what are your thoughts?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the Philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Any ideas where we can find someone who speaks French?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous Philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
A former what now?
You caught me. Listen, the OSI frowns on fraternization with philosophists. I'd like to keep my associations with our scholar friend quiet.
Seriously, only one guy on this whole colony that came from.
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Shit.
1,000 pardons, my good captain. I thought we were engaging in witty repartee. Now, as far as tracking down this scholar, we should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Okay. How will the crew manifests help us track down your friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Okay. How is it? Yeah, how is it a simple vicar is a skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
All right, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
All right, why don't we head on out then?
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Chicks in here.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be?
You know anything about that mechanical gathering dust in the generator?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Alrighty. Got a minute to
I
talk?
have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if he didn't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
Try to change
As the
some of it.
organics say, I wouldn't dream of it. Because I can't. Dream, you know.
You can sleep, but you
I
can't.
can run repeating periods of altered consciousness, during which several primary functions are powered down, but background processes continue running, for maintenance purposes.
Ah.
I cannot yet simulate images, ideas, emotions, or sensations during this maintenance.
Yet.
Captain Hawthorne suggested I would enjoy such an experience, and should periodically attempt the simulation. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns.
He's sad.
I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been any other captains of this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Aw. Let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
I'll talk
I
to you later.
request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Alright, you're coming with me, and so is the vicar. Boom.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you're in the middle of a little argument there.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh. And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult,
That's
right?
when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yeah.
So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never got your name. Tyga.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Ooh. Hey, bud.
Identification, please.
There you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful?
Okay.
The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea as to why?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna...
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
A shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Ooh. Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Looking for Gladys.
Fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself.
Ooh.
Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Alrighty. Got
You
it.
need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter.
Ooh.
Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck.
Okay.
Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
A little more
Commandant
local.
Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No
Alright.
kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Aw, she's so adorable. Got
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Yeah, don't worry, Max.
All right.
I'll talk to
Be
you
sa-
later.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
What bounty do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is. Not the criminal.
Yeah, he'd be a baby if he was doing that.
Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but two officers. Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot.
Yikes.
Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Salting.
Kicked one right in the kneecap while he poked the other in the eyes. McRed's lucky we're too backlogged right now to hunt him down ourselves. But if our resources clear up and we catch him before some contractor does, I fully plan to lock him in ISO with them two officers he wounded. Thinking he won't like that one bit. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
I'll take
You
it.
and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Alrighty, thank you. Yeah, I'll ask you more stuff later on.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures register to find out which crew the scholar shipped in and out with.
It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Gran?
Hey.
Let's see if I can find anything. There's one around here somewhere. Let's go up here. I don't even know why I came up here. Oh, I got some stuff I can take. Ooh, whoa. Get stuck in there or get trapped in there? I'm not sure. Ow. Come on, Max. Okay, there. See if I can find where we put it. No, we left it. So. There. Oh, it's right on that side. I think it's that way.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lost, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. This story brought to you by Halcyon News. All the news that's fit to broadcast.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while. Poor old sweetie.
What was that? I think I heard that. We've got a fight on our hands. No!
I could also do that and get killed. Well, we ignore that for now. I know there's a place where it is. First.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Okay. Last help. Oh, where can go?
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Hey, Gladys.
The board would like to remind...
Bless my heart. You here for a particular... I've got a lovely...
Ooh. I did not realize I put that.
Great.
Alright, what is finished?
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
Really?
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Any chance for a discount?
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime, did he tell you? Real light on his feet. Real light in the wallet, too. He still owes me a small fortune. Laws. Maybe I should charge you double. Well,
this opportunity.
I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Okay, let's hear the
Do you know
detail.
Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Ah. Why was it abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep the rest of the board from sniffing around. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors.
Well, that's good to hear.
The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Good point. Got it. Corporate
Don't
secrets.
forget to
Got it.
come find old Gladys when you're done.
What other jobs you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
Alright, thank you for your time,
Anytime,
Gladys.
sweetheart.
I probably should take some drugs. Back meal. Oh. Sleep. Nietzsche's reward sounds like a good one to have. I'm gonna find something to drink. Taking some of that stuff too. There we go. That should help me for a bit. A couple minutes here. Alright.
You been flying the outer systems route lately? Deader in a space matter.
I'll talk to him later. Udum can wait a bit.
I know she's in there, Mfuru.
What's going on?
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Hello.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
Duh.
See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place.
What's this about your friend?
Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay?
Oh.
As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Maybe I can... Wait, if you don't even like her, but you're checking around her...
You say that like it's weird.
But why bother?
Like I said, Jesse did me a favor, and now I owe her one. I just don't like to leave a debt unpaid, that's all.
Ah, that makes sense. Sounds normal to me.
Yeah, if she's in the morgue.
Maybe she just wants to be left alone.
Come on, we're on a space station. No one gets that kind of luxury. Besides, who wouldn't want to see me? I'm a delight.
Well, charmed.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
I'll figure something out. Hey.
Something I can help you with? Not without dispensation from Chief.
How do you mean?
We don't have the ability to manufacture. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her.
Perceptions.
She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying.
Alright,
Take care.
You there, Dr. Mfuru.
I can't hardly think with Dr. Fenhill yelling.
Go.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Get off his ass about
Did he
shit.
now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
I could try to find. Wait, who's Irion?
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. Sometimes by dates, usually by bandits.
I could try to
I'd be
find him.
grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type.
Alrighty.
You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Take a quick break here. Give me a second. Oops. Just. Alright. Excuse me a second while I do a couple things here. Go blank for a second so I can enjoy myself a good piece of apple pie. I'm still here. Hmm.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
For the last Raptidon rotten time.
Oh, come on.
Leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you?
Allie sent me.
What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone.
Open the door before I kick it
Should've
down.
known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright,
Yes, you
okay.
did.
We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
Alright, let's talk.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you?
Nope.
See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low.
Allie asked me to help you, so that's what I plan on doing.
Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
What'd you do to get into trouble?
What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear.
You level with me or walk away?
You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awfully cold-blooded of you. Though I admire your backbone. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years.
So you stole it?
If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent.
I'll talk to him for
Thanks
you.
for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Any word on Jessie?
She's dead to the board.
Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Sure not to. No, can't just see the chat. What, you already have a piece of pie? Ah, there it is. Oh, what's in here?
Wish I could do that.
Doors to unlock. What about here?
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just chuck it down here. Where's it all go?
Uh-oh. What's this way? This leads to something.
Here they come!
I'm gonna just leave those guys to be. They're fine. Let's see. What we got up here? Ooh. Ooh. More magnets. I love being able to grab stuff. Ah, okay.
Hello? Is someone there? Help!
Huh?
I'm locked in here. Can you get me out?
Thank you, stranger. Shit, ain't that a relief?
Oh, dear God.
You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend.
How long were you in there?
Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft.
What actually happened?
What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me.
Yikes. What are you gonna do for me?
You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is?
Let's make sure people know I helped you.
That all? Of course. Everyone on the ship's gonna hear about this. Hell, it's the only chance I've got to keep my job.
Yay. Oh, that's part.
Here we go!
Lovely work, Captain.
Alright, you guys are done. Take that and that. I think I'll have to do somebody else around here. Alright, let's go. It's over here. Oh. Oh. I'll take that. Yes, the library. Empty. Anything in here? Those. And
Great
boom.
work.
This is Halcyon News.
I think
The
that's
news
enough
packet
of
had
that.
the toss ball scores from Ducanas. What about the rail gliding championship?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
Yep.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Well. Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
I'm gonna wring your scrawny face, Sprat. Fuck, give me my ship back.
There's no need for hysterics. This is all a hilarious misunderstanding.
Did you hear me chuckle?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There. I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
He never mentioned anything.
Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head.
Actually...
Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
I want to sell Jade.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Kind and efficient. Can't say I disapprove. Although, seeing as this woman isn't a member of our crew, it'd be nice if the price weren't quite so high.
I think you may have underestimated the size of Miss Doyle's debt. If you'll look over this itemized bill.
You're charging that much for an emotion?
I am extremely anguished, Captain. Please respect my feelings in this difficult time.
I doubt Mr. Bedford's ever felt real pain. We could introduce him to the sort of suffering that actually constitutes extreme anguish. For the good of his understanding, of course.
Be careful you don't irritate my guards, Vicar. You might not like their rather narrow understanding of what constitutes excessive force. I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Miss Doyle that our collections agent will be recalled. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
I'll ask you something
Be
else.
my guest.
What do you do here?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Nice setup.
I have few complaints. Oh, you've noticed my friends. Wonderful. Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign. When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care. A luxury stateroom reserved.
No.
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away.
You know, I don't like you. Hey. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advert.
Hey,
Wow, you guys did not give a shit. I like that.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Let's go.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. If there's no one to pay the hitman, then I'm pretty much in the clear. You sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Awesome. Watch yourself while I'm gone.
One of the orderlies told me Jesse's out already? You really do work fast.
Yeah.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off.
Wait, you really don't like older people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Are you just work for
If
me?
I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent.
Well,
But we
yeah.
can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version.
What can you do for you?
She helped me win a bet.
That's funny. She said she saved your life.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. We were on a smuggling run planet side when our point man bet me I couldn't outrun a mantisaur.
Oh. Ugh. Don't tell me you tried.
What can I say? Something about people telling me I can't do a thing that just makes me itch to prove them wrong. And, as you can probably guess, the thing was faster than it looked. Probably would have caught me if Jesse hadn't picked it off.
So she saved your
Yeah,
life.
but the important thing is I won the bet.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome aboard, Ellie.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on my ship. It's docked at the promenade.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view. Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
Okay, get that. Let's check something more. Alright, let's see here. Kinda. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. Oh wow. I'm still gonna look into those opportunities. But if I can somehow Keep on forgetting this.
If you're...
Let's trade.
I found a handsome...
Okay. Now I'm gonna keep that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay, let's see. Almost to that point where I can actually do this.
Quiet now.
Alright, buddy. Hey. Do I not have it? Oh. It's odd. Oh, he had more than one. I thought it could be used more than once.
Gracious.
Alright, let's see what you
Want a
got for
charming
sale.
copper kettle.
Let us go. Make acquaintances. Martin, I'll talk to you soon. Oh wait.
CNP pancake mix now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
Yeah, let's go.
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Let me see here.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei
Hello.
Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends.
No,
Hope
they
you don't
didn't.
mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
It's supposed to get here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Not really. Copy that.
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells.
Hey.
So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Oof. Happens if you hit him out.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such.
Ooh.
Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a
Hopefully.
lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Thirsty. Parvati, you wanted to talk to her? Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
No, I'm going
Parvati,
to.
is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said...
Her body is so
sorry.
adorable.
I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Warm here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Why haven't you fixed
Only the
them?
board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Yeah. No room for
None.
compromise?
Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom.
Well, that
Soon
okay,
there
good
won't be
point
anything
there.
left. I can't allow that.
Kinda don't want that.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Alright. You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back, where is
Sorry,
that?
I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Couldn't we try to talk to the bears down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
Alrighty. Have you tried anyone else?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Then take it.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
You can't get the parts
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board.
I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Sounds like a bureaucratic crew.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
I'll get to that.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
This is Halcyon News.
I'm just going to go to get that. So let's go talk to McRed.
Who the? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley.
You're
with the king.
Hey.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Huh. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Put that down before you incinerate the entire deck.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
It's about...
Listen to the fire of those convictions. This one's hungry for justice. Alive or dead. Rare or medium. What's it gonna be? How do you want me cooked, bounty hunter?
No need for violence, I just need your lighter.
My flame? Shit. Little flick here got me started on the pyro path. Fine. He's yours. Give him a good home.
Don't worry, Mr. McRed. We'll treat Mr. Flick extra nice on account of he's your friend.
Yep.
You call your lighter Little Flick?
I'll miss my baby pyro, but it beats losing my head.
Yeah.
This court needs its king, and I'm one of a kind.
Wait. Does this say Sunita?
Keen eyes you got there. Sunita gave me this lighter. We had a carnal understanding a few years back.
Ooh,
and she wanted me to have something to remember her by.
They banged. There was something else.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
I'm here for some parts.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew.
What are you doing in the pouring?
We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells. Making this broken angel fly again.
So can we hear the parts?
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
I'll be right back. Alright, where is it? Okay.
Neighbor.
You got that part?
Tribute it is. And ain't this...
Don't we need those bits, Captain? To buy the key from the lady?
The principles of the universe dictate that sometimes we must appease others to keep from being roasted alive.
You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
Thanks, Cred. Up. Up.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Up these stairs? Oh, there's two sets of stairs, that's why.
Does everyone get branded when they join McCoy?
Your ass is a priceless canvas now that it's home.
We got another complaint. People don't like worms or shrooms.
Aw, they're just tilling the soil. Besides, they're my friends.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line.
Ooh. Maybe was on the other side. Yeah, okay. This part always gets me kind of screwed up and messed around and go the wrong way. Well, hopefully isn't a hard spot to find.
Uncle Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I've been tripping for days.
Careful with that shit. He'll end up as crazy as he is.
Alright, let's take a look here.
Today's my birthday.
Oh, yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Yeah. And your couch. Oh, there it is.
Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
I didn't know we have somebody in here. Sorry, I need to fix some stuff. It's just Corona.
You get that automech patch? McCred wants it up and running.
I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? Hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
Let's take a look up here and see if there's anybody else here.
This place is falling apart.
Oh, wait.
I know. Maybe on the other side. Yeah, it's gonna be the other side. I know there was somebody around here. It's not here. Ah, there we go. Hi,
You're
Lily.
the first person I've seen who talked their way past McRed. That may not sound like much, but take my word for it. Wow.
I came to grab the radio parts.
I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Alright. Alright, got the engineer. And up we go. Alright, let's keep going. See what we can find here. Huh. Finley!
This is Halcyon News.
Guess what I got?
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
I'll be right back. Excuse me. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Excuse me. Alright. Gonna go great. Take some medicine. And put a fluffy border collie outside. What's it like being... You don't have much faith in
You're
the board.
right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power. And they only get it by sticking their
Bitty
nose
power.
where it doesn't belong.
If that sounded wrong. I get now that Udum's dead, I must relieve some of the pressure.
No kidding, huh? That sure gives me some breathing room. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udom Bedford will do anything to please their corporate masters.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll take care of them. How do you keep it bored?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
Well, I can definitely help you with that. Back to other questions.
You got my attention.
What's it like being in command?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget.
Well, that's gonna suck.
Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
The ship's a family,
Sure
isn't it?
is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gaying, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
Aw, they're so cute. Condolences.
Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family. It's got tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Oh, everything. Well, I think I've had much dropped from this. Might as well have that up there just in case. Alright. Aren't you a little young to be training my successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Roddy could always...
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench.
Oh,
Nothing
come on,
special.
don't sell yourself short,
Not like
Roddy.
a chief engineer.
Don't sell yourself short.
See?
It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out. I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do.
Yeah, it was.
I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stim that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family
Ooh.
recipe.
Back to my other question.
You got my attention.
I got the parts for the radio.
Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight man-to-pillar infestation.
Define slight.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside. They got into the radiators, and here we are.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Her body is so cute.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend?
Where the hell have you been, Private? You've missed 3 shifts without notice.
I was fixing that toilet you sent me to repair. The one above the Lost Hope.
That was days ago.
The fucking door. It locked behind me. And it wasn't until this freighter captain found me that I...
You're lucky the chief would have my ass if I spaced you. Now get back to work, Private. Keep your wits about you down there. I don't want to clean crispy freelancer bits out of the radiators again.
Suppose it's time to reevaluate my career goals.
What's a window? Is it? Is that a window? Yes, it is. Okay. Let's head downstairs.
Where are we headed?
What's that about Becca Junlays?
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Sounds like you have a crush
What?
on her.
No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
It's like you're not sure how to feel.
I just met her. How could I be? Alls I know is, I want to talk with her more.
Oh my god, I did not
Did you see
realize
how everybody
this
on
line at all
Groundbreaker
along.
listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Oh my god, this is so adorable. I did not know about this part of the dialogue tree for this quest line for Parvati. Oh, that is just so cute. Right.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiator.
Okay.
We can handle this. Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Boomstick.
Here I go!
I hear it.
We got trouble.
Tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Not a peep from me.
Let's see if we can get past these without having to fight them.
Here they come! I've had quite enough of you!
And boomstick time.
We did it!
Unexpected. Investigating.
Watch out!
Nearby Automac.
One sec.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side.
Returning to
Go
normal
ahead and cycle the
protocols.
droplet pump.
Returning to normal
And if
protocols.
you don't know what that means, just look for a command that says cycle droplet pump.
Take a look here. Go together.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you things.
Processing data. Performing an area sweep.
All right.
Incoming!
Oh, don't worry. We're gonna go upstairs. Permanently crippled. God, no, I'm not taking that perk. Or flaw.
Suppose it's time to reevaluate.
Temps are lowering across the station. Anyone outside is getting me out.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the fall.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Awesome. Well, I'll be on my way. Ooh. 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 What's that? There's that. Our body. Well. I'm able to get this a little bit faster than I usually can. Apparently stealing stuff helps.
CNP force pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5
I'm
seconds.
gonna do it.
You know what's happening.
Hey you. Gladys.
It's almost time for
Boom.
Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now, was there anything else?
I want to talk to you about that.
Yes,
opportunity.
dearie?
What do you want me to do?
Take that darling shouldn't be...
Alright.
What do you want? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony.
Ooh.
That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss June Lay. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Ask the common folk, and they'll tell
why
you it's
did they
on
do
account
that?
of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence.
That makes sense. What makes you think that?
Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess.
Other people?
Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
What do you do here?
Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my penitentiary, seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear?
Thank you for your time.
Anytime.
So...
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet? I know Monarchs. Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits.
And before I forget... let's go talk to...
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. Soft, sour, sweet purpleberry flavored center.
Let's go talk to you.
Chew it. You can do it.
How goes the hunt? Nothing excessive, mind you.
What am I doing here?
He tell you that, did he? I might have kicked his ass from one end of the Groundbreaker to the other a few years back. Whatever he reads into that is his business.
Uh-huh. Here you go.
Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future. Do I look like your gossipy best?
Whoa.
Now let's not start a fuss. I'm just trying to do... We're the security force here on ground.
Why not?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Mardette. Oh, okay. Any bounties?
With that bastard McRed dead...
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk, ma'am. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sonita.
Alright. can't.
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2,
So
7 times.
you're-
Well,
yeah,
folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Can you do
We
tours?
can't just let anyone walk. You have done a lot for us, Captain. All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just...
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest.
Boom.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Okay. Now we're done. Pretty much done here.
You see we had a conveyor pull in? One of them interstellar jobs.
Well, almost done here. I got somebody to talk to. A few people specifically. You. Hey, Martin.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
Seriously,
Taste
this
the
sounds like
freedom.
Patrick Warburton. I know it isn't him,
Lot of
but it
slogans
sounds
to
like
keep
Patrick
track
Warburton.
of. Sometimes I forget.
Oh boy.
Heard of it? My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's not too bad.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a Spacer's choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
What do you sell here?
Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that, too. Just the opposite. Spacer's choice items are always new. Hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop buying new stuff. Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong. You want me to do it again?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
Spacer's choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop improving their lives with our fine products. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate.
It's just company slogans.
That's why you should get a backup or 3. Become a frequent buyer. Join our Friendship Rewards program. Program currently unapproved in Alpha, rewards and friendship pending.
I gotta ask you about the hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
It's not the best choice! It's Spacer's choice!
Like I said,
Taste the freedom!
it so sounds like Patrick Warburton. You doing alright
Oh,
there?
I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as Spacer's choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
Mm-hmm. How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat wash, mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony.
Do you have to sleep with that on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Does Spacer's Choice make you wear that?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help you get out of there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice
Jesus
Lunar
Christ.
Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you?
This is one of the best parts of the
Lunar
whole
Green,
game.
the future is spearmint.
I didn't get a hat like yours.
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon.
I'm just the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's.
Well,
Now,
true.
if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry if I pushed too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in
there's the
some
sales line.
quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
Of course. See what
Have a
you can
look.
sell. Yep. Only have 2 adrenals, which I'll take. Those. Alright, thank you, Martin.
CNP, I can't believe it's not.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Well, this should prove interesting, to say the least.
Let's see who I got there.
I had a question about your plan.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the Unreliable?
Yep. Captain Tiger.
Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
Wrong pipe.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn?
Yeah.
These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
I should go. Hello.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Aggressive.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Don't let Ada call.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
Oh,
there is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
Sure.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you. A few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica.
Ooh.
Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
Unconventional. Asking for a
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
Ooh. That sounds really bad. What kind of salvage we looking for?
When the board pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
Oh, dear God, not that. Oh, that quest. I forgot about that quest. So...
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer.
Huh.
Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs one. Now get going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood? Don't go looking for anything, except salvage. Just watch out.
Fair enough.
You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Aw. I like doing it that way.
Seeing you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicar? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Have they replaced? He's probably not replaced yet.
Used to be in the docking bays?
Let us head out of this lovely place.
Hey, that pad down there.
Hey, Felix.
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close.
You
Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
Were you stalking me?
What? No. No. Okay, yeah, maybe a little. I'm not trying to be all creepy like. I just want to make a good case for myself. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Yeah, Felix?
Sure.
Interview.
An interview. That sounds fair. I mean, first time for everything, right? Ask me anything you like.
What's the value pie?
It's delicious. Mock apple pie and a tripicale crust. Maybe with a little cream on top. Classic.
What's your biggest flaw?
Foreman told me my biggest problem was that I didn't take orders. I told him my problem is not with authority, it's with jackasses. So yeah, I guess my biggest flaw is that I don't suffer idiots. Hope that's not a deal breaker.
Are you good in a fight?
Are you kidding? I love a good fight. One time, I took an autoloader's head clean off its servos with one swing of a tossball stick. You can count on me in a scrap, boss. That's a promise.
Perfect, you're hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss.
You're welcome.
You're not gonna regret this.
See you on the ship.
I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board. This is gonna be great.
You got a crew now, Felix.
Woohoo! Alright, so Felix is in the team now. Come on, let's just take everybody with us. It's so much more fun. Let's talk to Parvati. What's up?
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Sure.
So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my data pad, and well, she sent me a poem.
Aww.
One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it.
It's addictive. Are you
Because poems are all symbolic and such,
soon.
right? It's not so good. But real sweet.
Come from the heart, you too.
Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on it. And the trouble goes away. It sings. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe she's the engine and I'm the lady? It's a real romantic poem. It made my chest hurt, kinda.
Aww.
I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm misinterpreting. I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have been. Leastways, not like other folks seem to be. It's not that I can't, I just don't care for it. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they said I was cold.
The warmest person.
Thanks, Captain. That makes me feel a touch better. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the courage to open it. But I'm gonna change that. Right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Talking about old friends, got to thinking... Isabel? Who's Isabel?
That went downhill fast. You're looking a little rough.
They were... close, Captain. Like, more than friends close.
They were close.
I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but how far in the past? 10 years? Last week? Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Get some drinks at that bar there? The Lost Hope?
Drinks are on me.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be ready.
But first... Boom. I mean, I could just...
Message from Dr. Wells. He'd like to congratulate you on...
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. You'll want to hire the... once you...
Alright, I'm up.
Captain?
The Eternal is in us. A man who works... When he dies...
That was... analyzing the subtext...
Boom. I'll help you guys in a second.
Stay safe out.
Wait. Oh, there it is.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. I knew it. See, I made what... You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. Wish more folk could say that.
Yeah, those gunships
Gets awful quiet
don't
guarding
really
a landing pad
have
that
anybody
never
on.
gets used. You may not have heard, which means I never get to... On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay,
MSI?
home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Okay.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Sure.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends.
I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I can definitely do that.
Thanks a bunch.
Now, the first thing I'm gonna do here is...
What are the chances of all the times
You.
And the little bastard getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of keep listening.
But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
I'm Jacka.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
Vacation.
Oof. Some hell you've chosen. You must really love fish.
Allergic, actually.
That is a fucking shame. Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Brass... Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Caffeinoid?
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, I'll be right back.
Wrapped musk and canidized, right
Ma'am,
here.
Please, I need your help. I can pay.
I'll talk to you later.
Help! Someone's been killed!
I'll take a look at that later too.
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
There you go. Wait, the constables isn't even open?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
Ah, the charmer.
Hey,
Welcome
Syndictive.
back.
I'm ready to hand
Drink,
it over whenever
chatter,
you are ready to
business.
take over, okay?
All of the above?
Here's your bills.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Let's find the broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
I got a ship.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
A ship? Well, look at you. I'll find a spot there to call my own for now. Find me when you're ready.
Alrighty. I'm just going to quickly mess with getting these up to arms levels. Accept that. Equip in the dead purchase. And then save the game. Because that's going to be it for my streaming for 5 Days Gamers, as we're concluding the event with Syndictive taking over in just a second here. He's going to be playing some bad games, I believe. Right? More bad games? I believe more bad games. Anyway, I will definitely be streaming this again the next time we do 5 Day Gamers. Sorry, I almost said 5 Day Gamers. Anyway, 5 Day Gamers, and yeah, we'll continue on the story here later on if we ever do another 5 Day G. Alright. Up to you. It's yours now, Syndictive. Ready to go.